Hey, welcome to Capella Sporting Dog Adventures. Exciting hunt. We're heading to an area just east of Minot, North Dakota. I'm going to be hunting with a couple of my clients. I've trained their dogs. They invited me out for the hunt, so I'm bringing Rommel, my dog Pappy, out. It's going to be a lot of fun. From what I've heard with reports, the duck numbers are okay, but there's just an insane number of geese. So we're going to get there, we're going to do a little scouting, and then we're going to hit the field. I hope you guys enjoy this episode.
Hey, pretty mama, go and grab the scattergun. Rommel's looking like he's got one more good run. His hips are a little shaky, but his heart's still true. Oh, how that dog loves hunting with me and you. Sporting Dog Adventures, run, boy, run. Everything you need is here under the sun. Everything you need is here under the sun.
We headed out to North Dakota to hunt with Josh Krayhoff and Ryan Stelmacher, two of my clients. We had great reports of large numbers of geese in the area, and we were excited to hit the field. This was a 2-day hunt that we had set up on our trip home from Canada. I had Rommel and Pappy, and we were excited to hit the field in North Dakota. Our first morning provided an amazing backdrop with one of the most beautiful sunrises I've seen in the field. We were set up for ducks and geese on a small waterway. We had everything but our quarry for the first part of the hunt, as we saw shorebirds, cranes, and swans. They're coming down. Here they come. You ready? I think one of you guys needs to be down here because I suck. Look at him pawing at the water. Atta boy. Where'd that one go down? We got 3 out of that group. I hit one and I almost put the gun down to celebrate. I don't suck. Rommel, right there. There you go. We had a variety of ducks circling the area, with a large number of them being teal. What was even more exciting was the distant sound of numerous geese heading our way. Light into them. Get him. Back! There, he's got it. As our beautiful morning hunt wound down, we started to talk and prepare for our afternoon hunt. We were going to set up on a nearby pond in the same area. Coming up on Capella Sporting Dog Adventures, we head out to a pond that is right in the flight path of huge groups of geese that are using the area. We also learn how your voice inflection and body language can affect the training attitude of your dog. Sit. But first, here's a conservation quick fact. Florida is the Sunshine State and home to dozens of species of waterfowl, including a number of species only found in Florida or on the Gulf Coast. We're working to protect fresh and coastal wetlands for these birds for the future. Cabela's Sporting Dog Adventures is brought to you by Cabela's, Liberty Safe, Big Dog Lawnmowers, the Kansas Department of Wildlife Parks and Tourism, Cat Pack, American Natural Premium Dog Food, Browning, Browning Pet Products, Spy Point, High-Vis, Heavy Shot, Mech Shooting Sports, the National Wildlife Federation's Vanishing Paradise Program, Conquest Scent Sticks, Hadel's Game Calls, Onyx Maps, and Boucher Automotive Group. This training tip is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Welcome to this week's training tip. This week we're going to talk about how your voice inflection and your body language can help give your dog a more positive response in the field and give them a better training attitude. When you're working with your dog, you can use your positive reinforcement with your voice and your posture to really get more out of your dog during your training session. When you work with them, they want to please you. They want to work with you and have you be happy with them. When you have them with a positive atmosphere, you get a better training attitude, you're gonna get a more productive training time with your dog, and you can actually lengthen your training with them as well. Drop, drop, good boy, heel. Conversely, if you're only using negative reinforcement, the dog is going to be more confused because they want to please you. They're also gonna shut down. If you have a dog where you're only using negative because you're getting really frustrated, and it happens to everybody working with their dog, you have a goal for that day, maybe the dog isn't on, and you start to really get frustrated, and you use that in your tone of voice, maybe with a collar correction, and with your posture. The dog will shut down earlier, you're gonna have a less productive day, and you're gonna get less out of them in the field. So what you wanna do is try to stay positive. If you need to, step back in your training process and go to something that the dog is good at so that you can tell them, hey, good dog, and really love them up. Keep things positive. If you have to, shorten your training session, always end on a good note, and try to work the dog through so that they can see how to turn off the negative pressure, whether it's your body language, your voice, or a correction with a collar or an e-collar, and then walk them into how they're gonna get this positive response from you. This just shows dogs don't understand English. They understand our voice, our tone, and our body language. And that is how we're gonna get more from them in the field. That's this week's training tip. Now back to the hunt.
Good boy. Yes, you good dog.
It's the second hunt in North Dakota as we decide to try our luck in the afternoon. Our morning hunt provided us with a lot of action. We had plenty of birds in the area, and Rommel got to do some really nice retrieves. Now on our afternoon hunt, we're heading out to a new pond that we had scouted, and that had a lot of birds sitting on it. Oh yeah, look at that. That one's going down, that's what I shot at. It's on. The hunt started slow, but as the birds headed out to feed, the action picked up. As the afternoon wore on, more and more birds took to the air. So I'm being a good guy. I'm out adjusting the decoy spread. I don't have my gun because it's pretty hard walking. What happens? Some birds fly over. They shoot one, and of course, the bird's banded. Now I can't even take credit for it because I didn't even have my gun. I just got to stand out here. You guys shoot better. Rommel, come here. I got a banded goose. Mr. Stellmacher got himself a nice banded goose. Rommel. A couple of them were doing the dipsy doodle. I was like, oh man, they're going to give us a chance. That's a big bird. Hey Josh, you won't believe this. That one's not banded. Now let's take a trip to the whelping box, brought to you by Phytovite and Gunner Kennels.
Welcome to the Whelping Box. We are back with Soggy Acres, Southern Belle, Dixie's puppies. And we are going to tell you a little bit today about parasites in puppies. Parasites generally come from the mother. Their mother is the host, and she actually passes them in the milk when she's under duress in particular to the puppies. And that includes things like coccidia, giardia, and worms. So this little puppy is at the 3-week point, and we do worm them at 3, 5, and 7 weeks. So we are going to go ahead and give the little baby his wormer. So this little girl has had her wormer, and so we will continue with that protocol when she's at 5 weeks and 7 weeks, right before she goes home with her family. She is well on her way to being a happy, healthy little soggy dog for her new family.
Afternoon turned to evening as the sun set on our first day. More birds worked, and we ended up getting Rommel a few more retrieves. Nice shooting, guys. Hunt dead. Rommel even got rewarded, bringing back a duck that he had not retrieved for several years.
Good boy. Drop. Boy, that's a pretty bird.
We wrapped up our evening hunt as birds filled the sky. The whole crew, including Rommel, were excited for the next day. Coming up on Capella's Sporting Dog Adventures, we head out on a training hunt for both my kids and the dogs on a pheasant farm near my house. I leave my gun in the truck, and we put it all on the kids and the dogs. Our Kids Corner segment is next, coming up on Capella's Sporting Dog Adventures. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, where you can win great prizes from our sponsors, including a puppy just like this little guy from Soggy Acres Retrievers. This segment of Capella's Sporting Dog Adventures is brought to you by Cabela's.
And now it's time for this week's Kids Corner.
It is spring break, so we're here on a rainy day at Milford Hills Gun Club. It's a gun club that I belong to. I use it for training for not only kids but dogs, so I figured I'd bring everyone up here, take you guys out where we have Clayton and Cole sharpening their skills of hunting, and as well as taking the dogs out and just getting them a little extra work during the season. We're going to go through what the dogs do, how they work, and try to give you an idea of what it's like in the field for the dog, as well as what it's like the field for a couple of new hunters. They've hunted all over, but yet this is a no pressure, controlled atmosphere that I can take my kids out and really help teach them safety and the love of the hunt by watching the dogs work. I hope you guys enjoy it. We had tough weather to start our day. It was early spring, and we had temps in the 40s with occasional rain and storms. This made conditions challenging for our 2-legged hunters, 4-legged hunters, and even the birds. When you're running your dogs, you have to establish a distance for your dogs that's acceptable. You don't want the dog to get out too far, because if a dog flushes a bird at 20 yards, that bird, by the time you shoot, will be at 30, 35 yards. And you've got basically one shot that's ethical, and after that, you really shouldn't pull the trigger because the bird's going to be too far.
Yeah, we got him.
Got that one. Good shot, guys. Rommel, here. Here. Hold.
This is our bird that we have that was wounded before. Hunt him up. I always try to impress upon my kids, if you think you hit a bird, make sure you go back, hunt that area thoroughly. This bird was hit, but we're probably about 50 yards from where it went down. So again, learning experience for the kids, learning experience for the dogs, sometimes one for the dad too. But trust your dog, take them into the area, let them find the bird. With our first couple of pushes in the books, I had a lot of fun watching my 2 boys and Rommel. Now, we had some weather that was moving into the area, so we decided to take a break. And after, we got out our duo, chocolate brother and sister, Lucy and Pickett.
Get him. Nice shot. Get it. Nice shot. Wow. Clayton's making you look bad. Drop. And Clayton, you shot that one too, so you get to carry that one. You're ready. Dogs are hot. There. Nice shot, boys. You shot that one up, Clayton. Clayton said he shot it. Oh, hold on, here. There, Cole, it's okay. He's carrying all the birds for you. Now you guys watch them. Watch how the dogs are working. They're not overly excited. They're just covering the field. But then when they get into a bird, you'll see their tails go. And then these guys actually point, so they'll stop and point for you. Shoot them. That in our family is what is called sucking. What'd you guys do? You sucked. Right there. Nice shot. I had a great time as both a handler and a father being in the field with my kids, watching them perform and watching them work with the dogs. It's really important from a safety aspect to get new hunters out into the field in a low pressure situation, as well as give them the experience that they learn how to read the dog and how to hunt overall. I can't see, I'm blind. Coming up on Capella's Sporting Dog Adventures, we finish up our North Dakota hunt with a shallow pond full of weeds that had a lot of birds on it on earlier scouting. But before the break, here's a conservation quick fact. Louisiana ranks head and shoulders above almost any other state when it comes to duck harvest in recent years. With its warm marshes poised at the open end of the Mississippi Flyway funnel, it's the only state to harvest over 2 million ducks last season. It's truly a waterfowler's dream. This product profile is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Staying organized is important. If you ask Kate, it's probably my biggest challenge. When we're filming, hunting with kids, with dogs involved, trying to keep my gear all in one place, safe, secure, and dry, is something that's really important to me. This year, we installed a cap pack in my truck. The cap pack is a great product. This is a product that uses the wasted space you're not using, underneath the top of your cap. It holds up to 100 pounds, lets me organize my gear with optional shotgun holders on one side and shelving on the other, where I can put in my ammunition, my guns, my tools, and anything else I want secure in my truck. And then all I have to do is take it, grab it, and put it away. If you want a great product that will elevate your storage needs, check out the cap pack. It's our last morning in North Dakota. It's a new day on a new pond. We also have a different dog today as we hit the field with my young male Pappy. We had a small weedy pond that we had scouted and it had a lot of birds using it. As the sun came up, we had immediate action and even had a few birds sneak in on us. I love the intensity and energy that Pappy brings to the field. He has great drive, and it's really fun to watch him on his retrieves. Oh, he's way out there. You got him. Good boy here. Okay. Yep. Got one. We decided to deploy the wingman decoy. Never be afraid during a hunt to put a little motion into your spread or to change things partway through your hunt to give the birds a different look. You went down. Good boy here. Get him. Come here, Pap. Pappy. The hunt was winding down, and I have to say I was really proud of Pappy. Having a young dog in the field is important. They need to have experience, and when you have them in the field, you need to have patience with them. Now, before we wrapped up, we still had time for one more Hail Mary shot. Hunting with Stelmacher, I got it now. Pappy! Next week on Cabela's Sporting Dog Adventures, we head to Saskatchewan for some wild and woolly waterfowl action. Ducks and geese are plentiful as we hunt out of a large depression in the middle of a field. Stay tuned for some high-flying adventures next week on Cabela's Sporting Dog Adventures. Closed captioning provided by Hadel's Game Calls.
If you're looking for a puppy
Training
or want to use one of our stud dogs, contact us.
at soggyacres.com.
Are we ready? 3, 2, and truck.
Me and waders don't get along at all.
I'm feeling very scenic-y today. That's a wrap.